Do you ever wonder if your partner truly loves you? It's a question that can keep you up at night, but it's an important one to address. Love, as we know, is the foundation of any relationship. It's the glue that binds, the warmth that comforts, and the force that drives us to make sacrifices for our significant other. But what happens when that love is in question? What happens when you start to notice certain behaviors or lack thereof that make you doubt your partner's feelings for you? Recognizing these signs is crucial in maintaining a healthy relationship, and it's even more important in deciding whether to stay in a relationship or not. It's about understanding your worth and not settling for anything less than the love and respect you deserve. Today, we're going to delve into a sensitive topic. We'll explore 10 signs that might indicate your partner isn't in love with you. The first sign is a lack of communication. In any relationship, communication is the backbone that holds everything together. It's the bridge that connects two people, allowing them to express their thoughts, feelings, and desires. When this bridge starts to crumble, it's a clear sign that something is amiss. Imagine a partnership where one partner constantly avoids engaging in meaningful conversations or neglects to express their thoughts and feelings. This could be an indication of a lack of interest or commitment. Communication is a two-way street, and it takes effort from both sides to keep it flowing. If your partner is shying away from conversations, or if they're not putting in the effort to understand and connect with you, it might be a sign that they're pulling away. So if you find your partner avoiding conversations or not making an effort, you might want to take note. The second sign is avoiding discussions about the future. If your partner consistently dodges talks about long-term plans, ask yourself why. Are they unable to see you in their future, or perhaps they're unsure about their own? Conversations about the future can be tough, but they're necessary. They help in understanding each other's aspirations and in building a shared vision. Remember, a partner who loves you will want to plan a future with you. The third sign is a lack of emotional support. When you're in love, your partner is your sanctuary, your shelter in life's storms. They are there to hold your hand when you're afraid, cheer you on when you're doubting yourself, and comfort you when you're sad. But when this support is missing, when your partner is indifferent to your fears, your doubts, your sorrows, it could be a red flag. Remember, emotional support is a cornerstone of any loving relationship. The fourth sign is constant criticism. In a healthy relationship, constructive feedback is important, but when it crosses the line into constant criticism, it can be a sign that love is lacking. If your partner is continually pointing out your flaws, nitpicking your decisions, or undermining your self-esteem, they may not be showing you the respect and love you deserve. Remember, everyone has imperfections, but a loving partner will help you grow from them, not use them as ammunition. They'll stand by your side, reminding you of your strengths and cheering you on, rather than relentlessly focusing on your weaknesses. The language of love is not laced with disparagement. It's filled with kindness, encouragement, and respect. So if criticism is more common than compliments in your relationship, it's worth taking a step back to consider why. A partner who loves you will celebrate your strengths, not continually highlight your flaws. The fifth sign is a lack of effort. Effort serves as the fuel that keeps the engine of love running smoothly. It's in the small gestures, the thoughtful surprises, the willingness to compromise. When these begin to dwindle or disappear altogether, it might signal a lack of love. The effort we put into a relationship is a reflection of our commitment and affection. If your partner is no longer making that effort, it could be a red flag. Love requires effort. If it's missing, there might be a problem. The sixth sign is no respect for personal boundaries. Boundaries are like invisible lines we draw around ourselves to protect our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. In a healthy relationship, these boundaries are respected and upheld. If your partner constantly crosses these lines, it can be a clear sign they don't truly love you. They may invade your privacy, dismiss your feelings, or make you uncomfortable. This lack of respect can be damaging and is not a trait of a loving partner. A partner who loves you will respect your boundaries. The seventh sign is having no interest in your life. This sign is more subtle, and yet it's one of the most telling. Love is about sharing and being genuinely interested in each other's lives, passions, and pursuits. It's about asking how your day was and actually wanting to know the answer. It's about being excited for your successes and supporting you in your struggles. However, if your partner constantly seems disinterested in your day-to-day activities, your dreams, or even your little victories, it might indicate a lack of emotional investment. They may not ask about your day, neglect to remember important dates or events, or show indifference towards your feelings. It's as if your life is a book they don't care to read. This lack of interest doesn't necessarily mean they don't care about you at all, but it may suggest that they're not as emotionally invested as a loving partner should be. A loving partner will always show interest in your life. The 8th sign is always making excuses. Now, we've all had those moments where we've had to cancel plans or couldn't fulfill a promise due to unforeseen circumstances. It happens, and it's a part of life. However, when your partner is consistently making excuses not to spend time with you or to avoid commitments they've made, it's time to take a step back and evaluate the situation. Love is about being there for each other, about wanting to spend time together, and about keeping the promises that you make. If your partner is always too busy, too tired, or just too anything to be with you, it might be a sign they're not truly in love. Remember, a loving relationship is built on honesty, trust, and mutual respect. If you find your partner constantly making excuses, it's worth having an open and honest conversation about it. After all, excuses should not be a constant in a loving relationship. The 9th sign is missing physical affection. Physical affection is more than just about intimacy. It is the warmth of a hug, the comfort of a hand on your shoulder, the simple touch that says, "I'm here for you." The absence of these gestures might indicate a deeper issue. Physical affection is a way of expressing emotional connection, a silent language of love. If it's missing, it could be a sign that your partner isn't emotionally connected to you. The lack of a comforting touch in times of distress or the absence of a spontaneous hug might be an indication that the emotional ties that bind you together are loosening. Remember, everyone has different comfort levels with physical affection. But if you notice a sudden change or a consistent lack of it, it might be worth a conversation. Because at the end of the day, physical affection is a key aspect of a loving relationship. The 10th and final sign is that they don't make you feel special. This sign is perhaps one of the most telling. Love is about cherishing each other, about making each other feel valued and unique. But when a partner's making that effort, it might be a sign that their love is waning. In a loving relationship, your partner should make you feel special, not just on occasions, but every day. It could be as simple as a warm hug when you least expect it, a compliment that lights up your day, or just a look that tells you, "You mean the world to me." If you find that these gestures are missing, that you're feeling more like an accessory than a cherished partner, then it might be time to take a step back and reassess. Love should never make you feel ordinary, because to the one who loves you, you're extraordinary. A loving partner will always make you feel special. These are the 10 signs that might indicate your partner isn't in love with you. We've discussed the lack of communication, the avoidance of future plans, the absence of emotional support, the frequent criticism, and the lack of effort. We've also talked about the disregard for boundaries, the lack of interest in your life, the constant excuses, the missing physical affection, and the failure to make you feel special. These signs are not definitive proof of a lack of love, but they can serve as indicators that something might be off. It's important to remember that every relationship is unique, and what might be a warning sign in one might not be in another. However, if you find yourself nodding along to more than a few of these signs, it could be an indication that it's time for a conversation. Remember, communication is key. If you notice these signs, it may be time to have a heart-to-heart conversation with your partner.